Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let's wait for a moment for everybody to join us. Okay, only Maria cannot join us. I know maybe she has some problems with network, but anyway, we can start. So welcome to our third webinar. Today, we are still on Orange textbook and Orange textbook checkpoints on the way of your successful employment. Previously, it was very hard, I think, for everybody to wait for the end of our webinar. So I made a decision to restructure our workshop a bit. And here is more or less the plan for today. We will start from the discussion of the companies from your investigation. Thank you, everybody who uploaded me the homework. It was impressive, and you all did a very good job. But some companies from your investigation are repeated. So, for example, most of you want to work for Google. For example, that's very ambitious, that's very impressive, and we're going to discuss it. So we will start from the discussion of the companies that are repeated in your homework, in your investigation. And I would like to ask you to explain your choice, explain the companies. And after the companies that are repeated, we will stay a bit on the companies that are specific for your local market. For example, one of you investigated the market of Germany, and maybe some of you the market of Israel. And we will tell about the differences between different markets. Maybe there are some. Let's see. And then we're gonna discuss the questions on the interview. The questions that you can ask your interviewers when you are in the end of your technical interview. I also collected all the questions. Some of them are repeated from investigation to investigation, and we will discuss what questions are very good for asking on the interview and what questions are not so good. So I also will ask you to choose, to explain your choice. Why did you choose this question? And then me and, of course, Alena, who is with us today as well, welcome, will comment the questions from the position of the one who interviewed and the one who is the interviewer, typically. And then we will discuss 12 checkpoints of Orange textbook that you will see in your way in parallel of our core course. And in the very end of our today's workshop, we're gonna tell about some cases of our alumni who successfully found a job. So this is more or less the plan. And let's start from the companies. So I already told that Google is the company that is repeated in different different homeworks. What do you think? What else is repeated? Any ideas?
Tinkoff.
Tanya, could you please speak a bit louder?
I'm sorry. That's enough? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Tinkoff. I think
Tink-
it's popular company.
Yes, you're right. I saw 4 investigations with Tinkoff inside. And what else? What do you think?
Meta, Amazon, eBay, maybe. The famous.
3 times Meta. Amazon. 3 times Amazon, yes. Apple, 2 times.
Microsoft.
Microsoft, yes. What else?
Yandex.
Yandex, yeah.
Oracle.
Oracle, let me check Oracle. No, Oracle is only in 1 investigation.
IBM, maybe.
IBM, let me check. IBM, 2 times. Yes.
Mail
What
Group.
about services companies? Who provides outsource services for development of software? International services companies, very big.
Yeah, absolutely. EPAM, Luxoft, SoftServe, maybe somebody else, Accenture.
Yes, you're right. EPAM 4 times. And Luxoft, let me check. Luxoft only 4 times. No, only 2 times. But repeated as well. Yes, you're right. So let's discuss the companies. Who chose Amazon, for example? Why? Could you explain?
Well, maybe because it's a huge international company, we all know. Well, I chose Amazon because I used their services and I liked the product. So I think it would be great to make it even better. And I think all know the famous Amazon mistake when lack of quality assurance made company lose a great deal of money. So I think it will be great not to let it happen anytime again.
That was great. Yes. Share the mistake, share the famous mistake, and expect that all QAs from all over the world will come to check the product.
Well, I'll try to explain. Not that good at it. So when you put something in the how is it called? Well, when you try to purchase something, well, they returned you money. I don't know how to explain it properly in English right away. So when somebody put a product in the basket, you could add minus several products so that you didn't have to pay for it, but Amazon had to pay you. That's what happened.
Was that a long time ago? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was a pretty long time ago.
Okay.
Thank you, Maria. Very good explanation, actually. Do we have somebody else who chose Amazon because of this famous defect?
Not sure about famous defect, but I choose Amazon because it's a big company. It has a lot of different projects, a lot of different products, and different teams. So it has a lot of opportunities to grow. I didn't choose it like a first company to get a job, but in future, yeah, it's a good possibility and like a possibility to move to different offices geographically, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you for this point. This point is very good, actually. The opportunity to move from one country to another one, if you like traveling, and if you want to see different countries, that could be your choice. Not only Amazon, of course, but any big company that has offices in different countries and has different projects, you can move from one project to another, and you can change the country. And for example, one of my close friends works for Microsoft as a developer. He started working as a developer a long time ago, and now he is an engineering manager already. But he started working in France, and then decided that France is not for him, not his country, and moved to Estonia. And now he is living in Estonia and still working for Microsoft. So if this is your choice, you choose the opportunity to move from one country to another, so you can choose some of these big companies. What about so it's more or less product company. Amazon is a product company. What about services companies? First, who can explain me the difference between product and services company? And who can explain me why did you choose EPAM, for example? What's the difference between product company and services company? Who knows?
Maybe I can.
Yeah.
The product is the company owns the product. Everything that company develops is its product, and the service is somebody else's product that another company makes a service to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about EPAM.
Yeah, EPAM is a services company. I don't know. Maybe they have some products now. They are working on maybe some own products, but they definitely started as a services company with a lot of projects. So whose choice was EPAM? Who can explain me why?
As I know, employees in EPAM working as outsourcing employee. Outsourcing employee in different projects.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a service for some company.
Yes. Did you choose EPAM, Ina?
Yes.
And did you choose it because it is a services company or by some other reasons?
For me, it's I think it's other reasons, because it's known company, big company. I heard a lot about EPAM, and they have a huge opportunity to work from anywhere. from around the globe, so to speak.
May I add?
Yeah, sure.
I previously worked in service manufacturers in product company, and my experience connected with that. And now I started to thinking about service company also, and I have some fears connected with them. Maybe we can discuss it. Firstly, I think the work is more intensive than work in-house. And I think the salary is lower than for in-house QA. And what's advantages of outsources company? For example, you will start to work in one company, and you will work there as usual employee for several years. I think there are maybe such situations that you will not change your company from year to year. You will work several years just for one company, but not as a regular employee. What do you think? Is it a way to just to start your career in QA working by this company, or there are some other advantages that I didn't understand now? What do you think?
As I know, as I looked on the company side, I understand they are working with different technologies. I saw a number of 40 plus technologies, a lot of professionals to work with, a lot of projects, different projects. I thought it is interesting. Why not?
My thought is that you will join to one project, and for example, in this project there will be not so many technologies. When you're working in this company, you can't choose your project, yes or not. How it works? I don't really have a lot of experience in it. I'm just asking.
If nobody knows, I can answer this.
I could try to explain.
Yeah.
There are really a lot of different projects in such a companies because they kind of sell the employees to their clients, to customers, and the variety of technologies. It's because of different variety of projects. So every project works with their own set of technologies. So yes, if you work on one project, you have let's say not all 40 technologies, but 5, for example. Yeah, and this, in my opinion, it could be advantage that you shouldn't change your place of work, like when you work for service company, for outsource company, and you can change at the same time projects and try different approaches, and try different technologies inside one company. Maybe I'm not really right, so Lilia would correct me.
You're right. and from my experience, and I had been working for a services company for a very long time. Almost all my career is QA and the QA lead and so on. I had been working for services companies. And I can answer your question, Alena, about the possibility to change the project. You can change a project. And it is convenient enough because you are working for one company and your documents are in one company. But you are constantly changing the projects, you are constantly changing the customers and technologies and approaches and so on. That doesn't mean that you should not pass the interview from time to time, because if you are changing the project, typically you should pass an additional interview with the customer. But this is not the same as the interview to the company. It is pretty easy, and because customers know the company, and the customers expect that all the stuff that the company provides is pretty much technically good, and this technical interview could be formal, but it will be anyway. For one project it could be, for another one it could be without an interview, but it is a rare case. And only one maybe note that if you decided to change the project, it doesn't mean that you will change it immediately. It could be a long way, because you are working for a customer and the company paid for you. Customer's company paid for you for some defined period, and likely you will not change the project during this period that is already paid. It could be several months, it could be a year, but if you decided to change the project, and if you shared this decision with your manager, you will change the project, but maybe not immediately. That is how it works in services companies.
Thank you. Now it's become clearer for me. Some fears are reduced.
Can I also ask a question? Because I didn't think of those types of companies. Do we have something similar in Russia? Such companies, service providers?
It's a hard question for now, because all the companies I knew in Russia left Russia. Like EPAM, like Grid Dynamics, like Luxoft, and so on and so on. All that services international companies left Russia, and they are working in other countries right now. And I'm not sure that in Russia we have something similar now, because all my friends, colleagues from that services company who decided to not to leave Russia. I have about maybe 3 or 4 people that decided not to leave Russia. Everybody else left, and they are living around the world now. And that people who decided not to leave, they are working for banks or for telecom companies now. So I don't know. Maybe something is still exists.
I know Russian company. Sorry for interrupt.
Olga, yeah.
I know Russian company. It's IBS. They provide IT consulting and outsource услуги outsource service, sorry, as development, testing, analytics, and so on.
Thank you.
I know the Red Lab. It's also an outsourced company who provides DevOps services, web development, and produce different software. Well, I'm not sure if they are still actually physically in Moscow. Maybe they relocated. I don't know, but it's a Russian company.
Thank you. I think I wrote them down.
I can add about one company that was international and left Russia but still works, and it called TEDO. You used to know it was PricewaterhouseCoopers. Now it's TEDO.
TEDO.
They also
TEDO.
TEDO. Technology something.
Okay, I wrote.
Okay.
Thanks.
Excuse me, I know one outsource and all staff company from Russia. It names Fojin. It have a lot of sub companies in our country. Fojin.
Okay, I have a big list now. Thanks. And just for my curiosity, Lilia, what would you say as a start? Is it better to really go to the service company to change the approaches and products and customers because you will get more experience, or it is better to go to some product company to have the single, or I don't know, double approaches?
I know a lot of people who started from services company, and I think it is a good start. Because typically, if we are talking about normal services company, not something where the chaos period, if we are talking about good services company, it means that the processes in different projects are more or less similar and more or less mature. And typically in big services companies, there is a system of mentoring, company-wide mentoring system, not project-wide. And some conferences inside the company, some knowledge sharing between projects and so on. So if we are talking about really big, good services companies, it's a good start. But I don't want to say that you cannot get it from product company. So it's better to assess a particular company, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so we've discussed two types of companies, a big product company and big services company. What else is repeated? Let's think. Tinkoff. Tinkoff, we already mentioned it. It is a big bank, as you know. And what question I would like to ask you here? When you mentioned Tinkoff as a possible place for working, did you think about your previous experience? For example, if you are good in financial branch, you have a lot of financial knowledge. For example, you have been working as an accountant now. It could be your way to go to some fintech company. Do we have somebody in the group who who had such a motivation, choosing Tinkoff or some other bank?
Maybe it's me. Do you hear me?
Not very good, but we can hear you.
Okay. I work with 1C for now, and it is accountant system. So I'm close to accountants. That's why I looked at banks too. It's not the same, but closely. So it was one of my reasons to choose Tinkoff in my list.
Great. Anybody else? And do we have somebody who thought about past experience when making this list? Nobody, really?
Well,
I thought
past experience. Sorry. My past experience is not usable in the sort. Well, I also chose Tinkoff, but not because I'm in banking or accounting, but because I used to work there for a short period of time in some different, position, and I know well the company and how it works, the standards, and so on. So I think I could work there again as a QA.
Okay.
I also thought about my previous experience in my list, but I didn't show exactly medical devices companies in this short list of 10 companies because they are not software companies, so to speak. They are production companies with, I think, IT department. But in my list, there are some companies from Israel. They're also working as service companies. I think they can work with medical devices, for example, with hospitals, software for hospitals, for example.
It's a good point.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
go ahead, Nina.
actually,
So sorry.
That's
Simply
fine.
that I interrupted you.
I can add afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
Nina
Do I? Okay.
finished her speech.
So
Nina, we have two Ninas, Nina and Anna. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add about the previous experience. Since I was working for about all of my experience for automotive area, and since currently it is really down in Russia, I was trying to find something, but there is no big opportunities, and I was actually looking for big companies where I would get probably more experienced department in testing and development, and I didn't find anything. So I thought not to stick to this area and just to look for big companies that I know, that I use maybe some products. So this is how I was choosing.
Okay, thank you, Nina. Anna, you wanted to say something yourself.
Yes, I wanted to say that I considered my previous experience too in two cases. As I was working as a teacher and as an English language tutor, so I really like the field of EdTech. And I think that it would be really interesting for me to work in some of the companies from EdTech, like In Russia, it's Skyeng or SkySmart, or some companies, international companies like Coursera, for example. And the second field that I'm working in is translation. And I considered some companies that are working in the field of translation and localization. The companies that provide translation services and the companies that provide that are making the product for translation industry, like some cut instruments, cut tools, tools that help translators to do their job.
Yeah, and Anna, thank you very much because you underlined something very important, that you can use your previous experience for finding your first job in QA. Because in the current market, there are a lot of different companies and they are doing very different things. And it is a good way to, you know, to show your benefits that you bring to the company by underlining your experience and that you can understand the subject area the company is working in. And if you are accountant, you can go to fintech. If you are from medicine or chemistry, you can go to medtech. If you're a translator, you can go to edtech. So it's not for everybody, of course, because somebody really can do something that is very far from IT and from the products that developing. But for somebody, it could be a chance. Because it is brilliant for a company when, you know, somebody came with the subject area knowledge, not only QA knowledge. Okay, so please remember about it, and please, you know, find something in your mind that you know, maybe not your profession, maybe your hobby, something else that you know well, and you can be based on this in looking for a first job. Okay, and what else I wanted to discuss regarding the companies? Let me check my list. I wanted to discuss some specific markets and specific industry. Actually, we have Irina, who is from Germany, and she looked at the local market in German market. Irina, could you please share your finding? And maybe you can explain the difference between your local market and other markets, maybe American, you know, market in Eastern Europe. What is the specific?
I shall try. And my husband worked at a PAM, but now it's not a good situation for a PAM in Europe because there is a crisis in economic, not only in Germany, and that is why it is better to take people from former USSR, from Uzbekistan, Armenia, Kazakhstan, because they're quite cheaper than workers in Europe. And that is why some people can leave EPAM and find another job because it's a big bench in such companies in Europe. And that is why my husband also changed his job this year. Okay, and I look through the vacancies, and almost all of them asked for some experience in QA. And that is why I choose only those which don't ask for some experience. And also I choose one company, Check24. It's a famous company in Germany, I think, maybe in Europe also. And one of my friends worked there, and when he was interviewed, there were a lot of list with a lot of how to say, responsibilities and knowledge, but he just Java developer, and now they hired him like a Go developer, and that is why I think that not the whole list you need to know. Maybe if you are a good person, you will be able to be hired without all knowledge. And also it depends on the situation. There are a lot of applicants with you with great knowledge or not. For example, in Germany, they have very long period for searching a person, about 3 months, because when a person wants to leave, he must say about it 3 months before this. And people have 3 months for finding another applicant for this job. And also Check24 need some experience, but I think that we can try to have this position also. And other positions I just choose because of that no experience needed. And I think that all of them are startup, and only one is interesting for me. It's Deutsche Bank. I don't know why they don't ask any experience. And also I look through the cities that I like to live. It's Berlin, Leipzig. I live now in Leipzig, and also Frankfurt am Main, because I know that it's a quite big city, and there are a lot of companies also. And other companies are very small. I don't know anything about them. I just choose them because of requirements. I think that quality assurance without any experience can try to have a job in good companies. I think that it is in our situation in the world, it is better to choose some product company, some bank. It's better than such like a PAM because of the crisis. And I also have a brother. He worked at SAP, and there is also a big, not a good situation in this company, and they also have some problems, and that is why they don't take a lot of new people now. And it's better to find any job that you suit and just have some experience, and then you can try to ask a job that you dreamed, for example, Google and something like this. I think this way. And I understand my mistake. I just read, make a list of questions that you will be asked. Now I understand. Okay.
Thank you, Irina.
I just make a list of companies that doesn't ask for any experience. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Irina. Very interesting investigation. Guys, maybe you have questions to Irina about the situation in Europe.
And also I noticed that in Europe, maybe it's only in Europe, they want to have quality assurance with automatization, with knowledge of some program language, because maybe it's a tendency in Europe to have quality assurance with automatization knowledge. Maybe that is why.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask a question to Irina?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Irina, is it true that salaries for IT profession in Europe don't have a gap with other professions? Not like in Russia, where we have high salaries for IT profession and much lower salaries for all other kind of profession. I mean that in Europe it's balanced and it's paid the same level as most of other professions.
I don't know exactly, but I noticed that in former Soviet Union, all parents try to give their children good education in order they have better life, quality of life. And here, parents don't want to take their children to the university. It's strange for me, and I think that's it's because of such situation. Even worker can have enough money here, and it's not so important for children to have a high education. And IT specialists, I think that they have higher salary than other people, but all people can live with their salaries. And government have special programs for helping people who are without money, not only from Syria and other, but for Germans also, for social programs, special social programs. And I think that it's true.
Okay, any other questions to Irina? No, so I would like to ask people from Israel about their local market. Evgeny, Nina, Alena, who will start?
May I start? Maybe colleagues will add some information. The first of all, I want to say that Israel IT market calls here high-tech market. And IT here is associated with hardware, technical support, and so on. So we here call here high-tech market, and it's oriented for American market mostly. It's rather diverse. It's full of diversity. There are a lot of startups. And also some of companies that are called off its IPOs. Not so many, but there exist. And it's a dream of every startup to came to IPO. There are a lot of branches of American companies, starting with something like famous IBM and Microsoft, and a lot of others not so well known. So there are some percent of service company like quality test that work for American and local market also. The and about salary, in some company, the entry level salary may be less or like the salary of worker or driver or some people in some person in the shop but it increases with experience of quality engineer. That's what that I can say. Maybe colleagues will add me.
As I checked on Israeli market, there is, I think, no big difference between, for example, engineer in the production. Between there is no difference in salary. I mean, engineer in production field, for example, and QA engineer, software quality engineer, engineer with institution background. The salary may be higher than in the high-tech field. It depends on the area of working.
But as I understood, the amount of engineer position is less than amount of QA or high-tech positions.
I saw a lot of positions for DevOps programmers. Salary of that specialists are much higher than, for example, QA.
Oh yeah, I thought that we're comparing engineers in the factory and engineers in high tech.
I know some engineers in factories, which are working in factories. They have a big salary.
Yeah, but it's rather hard to find some such work, as I understood.
It depends on experience, on institution education.
Yes, let's compare entry level, because we are not middle position yet, just entry level.
In entry level, as I understood, it's rather the salary can be even a minimal salary in the market. We have some governmental restrictions that the salary can be less than something about $1,500. And some it may begin from these numbers. I know some QAs that started from this salary.
I agree with you.
Should I add something?
Yeah.
Evgenia,
I'm waiting for you for you to hear
so,
something from you. Yeah.
I have a following picture. There are a lot of really startups and a lot of companies in different domains. Absolutely. It actually, yes, it depends in each domain company works. So variety of salaries, but in my opinion, entry positions in high tech are closer to, let's say, average salary in country scale. So yeah, it's quite big salaries, I would say. About companies, a lot of startups, small and bigger. We have, I think, dozen of companies who we call unicorns. So such a ways. I think everybody heard about Waze. They were bought by Google, and Mobileye, company that develops I don't know, like a computer vision systems for automobiles, for cars. We have several companies that work on automotive vehicles. Yeah, and we have Yandex also, the part of Yandex that here in Tel Aviv they makes automotive vehicles. And also we have very interesting field, a lot of companies that produce weapons, all kind of weapons and defensive, I don't know how, defensive tools. Yeah, something like this.
Yeah, it's country specific.
And what I add, I didn't mention that English is almostly used for every company as the basic documentation language, and Hebrew is mostly in many not international companies oral language, but there are some people with Russian, and the whole team may communicate in Russia also if they have Russian roots. I know such company, several such companies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it was very interesting discussion about companies and about different markets of companies in different types of companies. And I hope you got something interesting and something new and something useful from this discussion, from your investigation. And now I would like to go to the next point of our today's workshop. The next point is about your questions on the interview. So I collected all the questions to one file and marked all the questions with green, red, or yellow. And now I will read the questions one by one. I will not read the repeated questions because we have repeated questions, of course. And I would like you to guess if this question is green, so it is a good question on the interview, or this question is red, so it's better not to ask this question and explain me why. Or this question is so you know, so it's yellow, and you can ask it, but it could be considered as strange. So let's start. The first question: how much does the company care about the quality of their product? What do you think? Is it a good question, and why?
I don't think so. I think it's a red question because I'm can't see a company that says, "Oh, well, we don't care."
Any other opinions?
Yeah,
Well,
if they have, sorry, if they have a job position, so they, yes, care about quality.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If they're finding somebody to check the quality, then it means they do care.
Maybe it's a different question. I did not write this question, but maybe it's not how it's, do they care or not? How do they care?
How much?
How
Not,
much
not,
does the
not
company care? That was
how much do they care?
Oh. Yeah. It says like that. How much does a company care about the quality of their product?
You can ask how many quality engineers you have, and that's how you value how much you care.
it's not unfortunately you cannot assess the quality careless by the number of quality engineers. Seems that the things are correlated, but not they're not directly correlated. Okay, actually, I think if we ask this question a bit differently, we can really get the information from our customers. If we will not ask about the company, but about the users or customers of the company, it could be a good question. So how the customers, how much do the customers care about the quality is a good question. Because it could be first, some product that doesn't demand a lot of, it doesn't demand high quality. Okay, any product demands quality, but there is a very good phrase, quality is a value for some person. I always tell this phrase in class and for you as well. Quality is a value for some person. We have somebody who cares or doesn't care about qualities. And if we are talking about a product that is only for fun, and a customer will not lose money or health or time or anything else using this product, and if this product will have not very good quality, about a game, for example, it's like a phone game just for fun, and nobody will expect a high quality from this game. Or it's a product that has just started. The development has just started for this product, and it is like minimum valuable product for the market, or we are just considering or we are just assessing the idea. Nobody will expect a lot of quality from this product. And it is not good, maybe, but it is not bad. It is just a stage of a product. So if you are asking this question, you can get the information about the stage of the product, about the customers, and about the processes of QA you will be involved to. So not like that, how much does the company care about the quality, but a bit rephrased, not about the company, but about the customers and users and stakeholders. And you can get the information, and it will be considered as a absolutely normal question.
Sorry. Is it normal to ask how do you track the quality of your product?
Yes. Yes. And they will answer by describing some reports, for example.
Or maybe in this case, some psychologists prefer implementation of new features instead of improvement, solving some issues. They may ask. It's also can be.
Okay, the next question. Is growth possible inside this company? I made it several times in different phrasing.
Well, just in general, I think the meaning is green, to understand if you can have the career path inside the company, to see how big is the team and see if you can go on the career ladder. Well, to me, it's green, at least.
Thank you, Nina. Any other opinions?
My opinion, if you go to Google and ask this question, it's not green. But if you go to some startup, it should be green.
Not only for the startup, for any company, maybe except Google, but if I will be in the interview for Google, I think I will ask it anyway. How will I grow up in the company? Yes, it is definitely a green question. So you should know your career path, especially if you're a junior. So how you will be learning inside the company. And all the questions about mentoring, about knowledge base, about courses, all that questions are green. So don't hesitate to ask it. You should know your perspectives in the company. And if nobody can answer you, maybe it's not a reason to skip this company and throw it away if you have no other offers, but it's a reason not to sit in this company for a long time. To change it
is it
in a
okay
year, for example.
to ask how big is the QA team inside the company? Like, what levels you have?
It's better to ask not about the isolated QA team, but about the rate QA developer. So how many developers, how many QAs, and you will get a lot of information by asking this. If they have 10 developers and 1 QA, that's not good. That means that you will have a lot of work every day, you will have overtimes, you will have constant communications with everybody, and so on. And it means that company doesn't know how to organize a QA process. So good rate is good enough rate is 1 QA, 3 developers is good enough. If 1 QA, 1 developer, it is even better, of course, but it is a rare case. Okay. The next question. What would be my main responsibilities? What do you think about this question?
I think it's green.
Why?
Because in different vacancies described very different job, very different. Possibilities of responsibility of QA and It may be to test UI, and it may be something more interesting. Also, it may include some strange difficulty, like as a joke, to get coffee at morning, or else you're a junior specialist. So it's not bad to ask.
I can add also here, since I wrote this one, I think you need to refer to the vacancy that you're interviewing from, because as we've seen lots of vacancies, there's really different list of responsibilities. And after reviewing a lot of them, you're not quite sure whether it's like copy paste or it's the real responsibilities that they expect. So just to reconfirm that you've read the vacancy, the list is as follows, but is it really the responsibilities I will be doing, or maybe there's something additional, like additional questions for that?
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Nina that it's need be a little bit rephrased. As HR, I may think that maybe this guy doesn't have a proper imagination what kind of job he will do. Maybe like something like this, or he is a junior, maybe he doesn't understand what QA usually do. Sometimes I think you should be accurate with this question, and to provide some explanation of what you're talking about.
May I add something?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I heard a story, and I watched an interview of our girl who went to America and hired at Tesla. Well, she had experience a few years as an automation engineer, and she went to Tesla as an automation engineer, QA automation engineer. After 1 year, she did another interview about her job, her work in Tesla, and she said that first year she did not touch automation tool at all. She was a manual tester. So it would be a good question to ask, what was your responsibilities at, even if they hire you as a automation, or I don't know, whatever, but it would be fair to tell you that the first time you will be doing this and this.
May
So
I? I think it's better to ask what usually a QA engineer do every day, every, I don't know, week, because my experience shows that usually people from HR told one things, and when I start working in this company, I faced absolutely different, but maybe not absolutely, but it's different responsibility. And usually they told the same thing that they put in vacancy and not add more information. But when I ask to explain and to describe the day of work, it's they cannot only read what they wrote in the vacancy. They need to explain with whom I contact and which different type of activities I have and so on. And usually it gives me more information, and it's, for me, it's better question.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. You all are right, actually, about that. It is better to rephrase a bit again this question, because what will be my responsibilities is sounds not very not very professional, and it is better to rephrase like will my responsibilities be as described in the position description. Yes, it's written in the position description. Or I will have some specific responsibilities in the project that you are hiring me to. Or what are the typical responsibilities for QAs on this particular project. So don't show that you don't know about QA responsibilities, because you are a junior, you are a noob, and who knows what they will think after this question. But be professional and ask professional questions. So my responsibilities on this particular project, what is the percentage of my different activities during a day or during a sprint? So how typically how many percents are reserved for regression testing, for testing new features, and so on. So just rephrase the same question in more professional manner, and it will be sounding better. So I marketed it as yellow, so it is good, but not in such a form. Okay, another popular question in different works of you about salary or benefits. What do you think about this question?
I believe it's red.
Why, Andrei?
Because it will depend only on you and only on your results of the interview. So it's the afterwards thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the points of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But if there are 10 companies that you get offer from already, you are so good, why not ask it?
I think it's a great question, and they say the one who was the first to pronounce the sum loses on the interview, because well, maybe they are ready to pay you like 5,000 a month, and you said that you will be happy with 3,000. So why pay you more? So it's a good question.
So we have two opposite opinions.
I also, please, Nina.
Well, I just wanted to say, I actually don't understand why. I understand that something is about this question, but because I've written it, and but I don't understand why it is tricky, because in some vacancies there is no even the initial amount of money written. So if you apply for something and you go to the interview, at least you would like to know the bottom level of maybe they're paying such a small money that you don't want to go further. So maybe there are some specific situations when you shouldn't ask in the beginning, but then for some types of interviews, it needs to be asked in order for you to understand whether you're okay with this. Well, this is how I see it.
Okay, I think we will hear Michael's opinion.
I also think that it is a green question, because it's really important thing, like salary. usual situation. I don't think that it a red question.
I would like to ask Alena as an ex-HR. What do you think about this question?
I think it's a really a red question. Let's return to this. We're here in very competitive market. And of course, all of you will have some benefits, good knowledge after completion of this course and so on. But it's not now the market of employers, it's market of companies. You all mentioned a lot that you want to work in a big company that have most of them have a great system. They have some of money that they are ready to give. It depends on your of your competence, of your experience, of other different factors. And it's the question on the last step of the interview of the interviewer, when you understand they are ready to give your offer. This question usually asked by HR, and so it's not good to ask this question yourself. It shows your money motivation. At the first step, that you should show your motivation in development, in growth in the company, and after that, when they decided to hire you, you can have some negotiation about salary and so on. But when we speaking about entry-level position, the variety of money is not very very high. It's usually determined by by your grade. That's all what I say about the second question about the benefits. As compensation and benefits manager, I want to say that rarely benefits depends on the position. Only for top managers, the benefits can be different. About when we're talking about non-material benefits, you can find something in the Google. It's usually written in job description about benefits that exist in company, so it's better not to ask it. It's a rather standard situation from all big companies. There is no big difference in benefit system. It's rather if you're working there. Or it's not very material to ask about it a lot.
Thank you, Alena.
That's what I think.
Thank you very much. She commented from the side of HR. I can comment from the side of ex-manager. And I absolutely agree with her, with Alena, that this question is red. So what to do? Everybody wants money, yes? And everybody has, maybe not everybody, but most people have this motivation. Nobody will work without money, I think. But that should not be your primary motivation. And I can explain why. If we are talking about IT market, okay, now we have a recession, we have not so many vacancies in the companies, but it is a temporary situation. And the normal situation on IT market, when we have a lot of companies who can invite you, and you can drop your current company and go to another one. And if your only motivation is money, you will drop your company when somebody else will come to you and promise you to pay more. And you will not stay in this company, but the company already spent a lot of money to train you, to motivate you, to give you some courses, so on. So they spent a lot of money to make you loyal to the company. And if your only motivation is money, you will drop off everything and go to another company. And nobody will want such a situation. So if they consider your only motivation is money motivation, they will not hire you to this position. It doesn't make sense for the company. They will find another guy, another girl who's motivated by other things and who will show the loyalty for this current company. So what to do in this situation? Some rules, yeah, how it works in IT world. You can ask for the diapason. You can ask HR on your phone call. If HR told you that, okay, this stage is passed and you can go to the technical interview, you can ask HR about the diapason of salaries on this position. Not about the particular salary, but about the diapason of salaries. From that to that sum. If you are okay with this, you can go to the technical interview. If you are not absolutely not okay, you can tell about this. So, but not in a way, I'm not okay with that, bye-bye. If you will tell like that, so it will be the goodbye for this company, definitely. You can ask, are there any conditions when I can be paid more? If they say no, maybe there's a definitely no, they cannot be, this position cannot be paid more. If HR said yes, okay, so you can proceed. So very soft, very polite. Are there any conditions? Yeah. On the technical interview, it doesn't make sense absolutely to ask about salary, because the people who are interviewing you don't know anything about your salary. Anything. They are just engineers. They know only their all salaries. They even have no permissions to know the salary of colleagues. It's a rule. So you can know the salary of your close friend, maybe, but not your colleague's salary. It's an IT rule, absolute rule.
And who's usually doing the technical interview? Is it like the senior QA?
Yes, maybe senior or maybe even middle. If you are a junior, if it's junior position, it could be a middle who is not a senior yet, but who is very close to senior position. And to get the senior position, to get the next grade, this guy or girl should participate in interviews as a second person.
Okay. Okay.
So even seniors, they don't know anything about the salary. So it doesn't make sense to ask them. They will not answer you because they don't know. And your final salary will be in your offer only. If you are not happy with this offer, you can negotiate, but only after you have an offer in your hands. Alena, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Here you can negotiate after your offer, and some diapason usually discussed before making offer, if it's a good HR or good manager who can make some negotiations. I better like more situations than when in offer the salary is exact and everybody agree with it. There may be some discussion before about diapason, maybe something like this, but it's a very polite discussion. Usually, you know, for example, you complete 5 interviews with HR manager, director, and so on. So you understand that you will probably get this job. And at the end of the last interview, somebody will discuss with your salary. It may be like this. Sometimes or after offer.
Okay, so we've discussed the most popular questions. Maybe somebody wants to discuss something else. Maybe you want to know about a question that you dubbed in.
One of my questions was to ask about the internal learning library or any internal trainings or webinars that are organized inside the company. Is it okay to ask such a question?
Yeah, this is about your growth that we've discussed already. So everything that is connected with your future in the company is okay. All is green. Learning, knowledge base, mentoring, grading, performance reviews, KPIs, all that are criteria of passing the probation. Everything is okay, because this is about your future in the company, your perspectives. And if you are talking about your perspectives in the company, it shows that you have not only money motivation, but something else. You want to develop with the company, and you want to bring benefits to the company, because you want to grow up, you want to learn, you want to be better, and you can say that I want to bring you more money, and it's always good.
Okay, thanks.
Can I ask one?
Please.
May I? Okay, I have a question that it's really interesting for me, but I'm not sure if it should be asked or not. The question is, does the company has high staff turnover or not? Because it's interesting, but for me, it's such a yellow question.
I think it could be asked. Because it's not about your salary, but about your benefits. So.
No, staff turnover, when people come and go.
It's yeah, okay. You can ask it, but don't expect to hear the truth. Because if they have that staff turnover, they will not answer you, I think. I don't want to talk about all the companies, of course. Maybe somebody will tell you the truth, but it's you can rephrase it, and you can ask about your current position you are hiring to, and when the position is opened, and why did they open the position. And it's not a direct question about people, but you can know about it from this question.
Yes, because the next question would be, are you trying to fill a gap of some skills? Of why do you need this? Why do you need me as a QA? Are you growing, or somebody left, or what happened? Why do you need this person?
Yes, I think it could be, could be asked.
And can you ask about working hours and overworking and so on?
About working hours, yes, definitely, because it is a main question, and it is important question. About overload and overtimes. Again, better to ask a bit softer. What reasons could be for overtiming? Like maybe how often it's not good. Better reasons. What reasons of overtiming could be in your company? And if they say very important release that could be one time a year, it's one thing. And if they say company wants you every Saturday, it will be another picture. So again, if you want to ask something not very convenient for your interviewers, try to ask in a more polite and soft way, not directly. Do you have idiots in your company? No, it's not a good question.
Also, you can guess about overtiming when you're try to schedule the meeting time, when somebody is interviewer in the dark nights or in the weekends. It means that there are some problems in this company.
Yeah. Good point, Leona. Thank you very much. Or you can write HR, if you are communicating with HR in Messenger, you can write her Saturday night and and check if she will answer you. If she answers immediately, it's not a good point. So everybody will expect that you will work Saturday nights. It's not a good thing. If the HR answered only Monday morning, it is better.
I see.
Yeah.
By the way, may I continue about this question? I heard from friends in the industry that in Europe, overtime work is not usual. Like everybody closes their laptops at 6 p.m. and goes home. And like that in America, for example, maybe in Israel, I don't know. It's not like this. Everybody works 24 hours a day, and it's normal. Is it true? Maybe you have more experience and you can share.
I don't know. How about Israel?
I have two companies where I was I worked as an intern, and in one company there was a high load. There was a lack of QA, so they worked overtime often. And in the second company, the situation was absolutely different. They were rather flexible, and they tried to be work-life balance. For example, it was okay situation when in some call somebody says that I'm in the doctor, I can't talk now, I'm in a post office or somebody there. It was important that the tasks are done in deadlines and so on. So it's definitely depends on the company, as I understand now. Every situation is possible.
From my experience, I mostly worked with Americans, but had one company in Germany and had been working for some time with Serbia. And I can say that the situation is like you described it. Americans are working 24 hours a day, and they are expecting the same from you. As for German, everything is very accurate there. So you have working hours and that's it. And they have a tendency to have some rest on Friday. So they have like 3 hours 3 hours lunch on Friday, for example, or they could go to have some tea in the cafe on Fridays, but from Monday to Thursday they are working. As for Serbia, that's specific of South Europe, that everybody is relaxing. They can come to the office, then go to play some table tennis, then to have some breakfast together, and then 1 or 2 hour work, and then lunch. And this lunch is about 2 hours to have lunch, and then have some walk around the office, then come to the office, and other 2 hours work, and then okay, it's in the evening, and we can go home. So, but I think Alena is right, because it depends on the company anyway.
Does it mean that that 2 months in American company equals to 1 year in German company?
It could be great, but I think no. Okay, Michael wanted to answer something, ask something.
No,
answer,
thank
I
you.
don't.
You already answered the question about overtime work.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Can I say about overtime in Germany?
Yeah.
One of my friends just hired for Berlin. He will move from Russia to Berlin, and in his contract it is written that he can overtime only 1 hour per day. I think that in Germany everything will be written in your contract because of Germans like to have rules everywhere. That is why it will be written in your contract. And about questions Can we ask what challenges past employees faced in this job in order to understand what was before us?
It's, from my point of view, it's a strange question a bit, because probably your interviewers again don't know about some specific things, and from time to time the interviewers could be even not from the project you are interviewing too.
Okay.
And they don't know about the challenges on the specific project and specific on the specific positions. So you can ask it, but it sounds a bit strange.
I had this question also, and it's interesting for me. First of all, it's for technical interview. It's not for HR, because maybe there is something I should know. Maybe I should develop some skills.
Yes, but it is not the same question. If you are asking about the skills that you need for this position, and it is okay, absolutely. But about the challenges of some particular person, it looks strange a bit.
Okay, then if there are any mentors for QA, maybe QA lead who will help you to learn at this position, is it okay?
Yeah, it is okay. So we discussed it already. Everything that is connected with you growing up,
it's okay.
Company is okay, yeah. Because you growing up, company gets more money. And everything that is connected with the money for the company is okay. So you can just check every question. Is it connected with the money that company will get some way? And if it is a good question. If not, it's not a good question.
Like per person, what goals would you like to see the person in this position after 1 year, after first year, in the end of the first year? Is it a good question or not?
Yes. It's about growing up as well. Okay, guys, I think we could stop this discussion for now. If you will have more questions about your questions, you can ask them in the chat. And now I would like to go into our last part, final part of our today's workshop. And I would like to discuss the other checkpoints from the Orange textbook with you. Because, again, how our course is structured. We have the 3 workshops for the first checkpoints in your Orange book. The next workshop will be the workshop of our core course, and we will meet with you again, and we'll discuss databases, relational databases already. So we now are completing that public discussions of our employment checkpoints, but you have more checkpoints, and the other checkpoints you should do on your own, because actually you have 2 parallel courses, one core course about the software testing, and we will do it together, and another one about the employment. We done it for you to have you prepared absolutely by the end of the course for the interview, for sending your CVs everywhere, for sending your cover letter, for you to prepare the networking and so on. So you have more checkpoints. And the next checkpoint will be self-presentation video number 1. So this is the most difficult part for people like us, whose behavior typically is I'm just a regular man or regular woman. I have no achievements. I'm just a person. I'm just working. So it's not about the IT. You will not find a job if you will think about you like that. You should show you. You should sell you to your future customer. And you should be able to do it. Especially if you have never have this experience. So your next checkpoint is self-presentation. Tell us about you, about your achievements on your previous job. And why I should hire you. I will check your homework and just imagine that I'm your customer of your dream, and you should show me how good are you, how great are you, how perfect, you know? You have achievements, you have something that you already did in your life. So, and record this video. Don't make a video like 10 minutes length. 3 minutes is enough, maybe 4 as a maximum. Because this is the beginning of the interview. In the beginning of each interview, they say, please tell us about yourself. And you should tell about yourself, but this should not be a long story. This is, I think, the hardest thing. And since it is the hardest thing, you will have 3 checkpoints. 1 now, before the course, about your past achievements. Another one will be in the middle of the course, when you will have some knowledge about QA already, and you will add something to your achievements, like I'm the best in the course, for example, or I had a very difficult homework, but I managed to do it by myself, something like that. And the last video, last self-presentation will be in the end of the course and in the end of the internship, when you will have a real experience in QA. And this 3rd try will be your clear, real try before your real interviews. So 3 checkpoints for your self-presentation. Accepted. You should have your LinkedIn profile filled. Even if you are going to find a job in Russia, this is your benefit, this is your plus, if you will have a LinkedIn profile. Just believe me, Russian companies still in LinkedIn. And if you are going to find your first job in Europe or in US or in Asia, all around the world, you must have LinkedIn profile, because LinkedIn is the main professional network. If you don't have LinkedIn profile, you don't exist in the professional world. So you should create your LinkedIn profile, but this is not enough just to have LinkedIn profile, because you should have connects. You should have professional connects in LinkedIn profile, and your next checkpoint will be set up 100 connects in LinkedIn profile. And I had this question from the previous group, and I would like to answer right now to this question. LinkedIn is a professional network. It is not like a Facebook, when you can knock to somebody and somebody will not answer you or will ignore you. It is not used to ignore each other in LinkedIn. If you knock to somebody and ask him or her to add you to the professional list of professional contacts, because your goal is to increase your professional network, it's absolutely okay. And this person with almost 100% probability will not ignore you and will accept your connection. Because everybody does it. So don't be afraid. Then next checkpoint, your cover letter. Choose your dream company, research it like you did before today's class, and draft a cover letter to this company. You will find the structure of a cover letter in your orange textbook, so you can use this template and create a cover letter. Then, next checkpoint, set up another 100 connects in LinkedIn. The same as the previous one. The next checkpoint is resume. Again, you will find a template, you can use it, and you can prepare your own resume. And then set up another 200 connects in LinkedIn. And then update your resume in the end of the course. So to sum up, your next checkpoint is self-presentation, record the video number 1. Then create your profile in LinkedIn. The next one, set up 100 connects in LinkedIn. Another one, create your cover letter. The next one, another 100 connects. Then create your resume. Then create the next self-presentation, your second try, in the middle of the course. Next one, another 200 connects in LinkedIn. Then update your resume in the end of the course. You have all QA skills needed by the customers, so you can update your resume. And create the last self-presentation. That are the checkpoints.
Will we have all this list in LMS?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Okay. So I thought,
yeah. You will have all that assignments in Moodle, and you should go through that checkpoints by yourself. So we will not, again, we will not have other workshops connected with that checkpoints. But by the end of the internship, everything should be ready for you. And if you will be ready earlier, then your internship will be ended. It's perfect, because when everything is ready, you can start going to interviews and find your first job.
May I ask a question about LinkedIn?
Yeah.
I know that there are some groups exist for different areas. Are there any IT groups that it would be
Yes, yes, of course, a lot of.
No specific ones, just
QAs, developers, other specializations, QAs from some country, QAs specialized on something, on automation, manual QAs, security QAs, you know.
Okay.
And so on, so on. A lot of groups. And I think several hundred.
Are there any deadlines? I'm sorry. Are there any deadlines? When are these assignments due? Well, the first is the presentation video. We are to hand it in when?
So you have a default deadline, 2 weeks for each checkpoint. But they will not be put to Moodle together immediately. They will be put by one.
And currently they're not open yet, right? Because I don't see
currently
anything.
Yes. If I'm right, I can check right now.
So I'm looking for the next week, and it seems
And
like
there's
SQL
nothing.
and database.
Yeah. Okay. So not opened yet, but they will be there soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and to increase your motivation, I would like to describe some cases. The first one is Alena. Alena found a job very fast, found her first job in Israel. We have a video with Alena. You can see it on our channel. And about other cases, not well-known case because we didn't invite this girl to our webinars. Never invited. She's shining a lot, but we had a student from Thai. She was an accountant and relocated to the USA. And she had a plan from the very beginning. She came to me to this professional orientation and said that she had a plan to be an automation QA, and she had a lot of steps inside this plan, and she was going to go through this step one by one. And her first step will be to get the manual QA knowledge, because she understood that it is impossible to be in automation QA without a manual knowledge. And she came to us to perform this first step. And she gone through all the steps, and now she is an automation QA in the USA. Very good girl. And another case from the USA, that was our student who came to the internship, to the USA internship, and he performed very well on the internship, and except that he showed the leadership skills, and he became a lead in the internship, and he continued performing well, and this company decided to hire him right after the internship. So he is working for this company, for this US company right now, and he is a lead, a QA lead in this company already.
He relocated?
He is not relocated yet, as far as I know, but he has such a possibility to relocate. And anyway, he has a line in his CV that he's working in the American company now. So it is a possibility for you as well if you're interested in working for the US company. You can show you on the internship as a good performer and good guy with the leadership skills, and you can get your first US job. So that's not the only cases that we have. of course. Other interesting case was when one of our student, she was an engineer, and she found a job as a QA in an engineering company during the internship. Oksana wants to ask something, please.
Yes, hello everyone. Yes, I just wanted to ask you a question. Are you cooperate with US company only, I mean internship, or other countries?
If we are talking about an English group, we are cooperating with US and Canada companies.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, any other questions?
We are still online on YouTube.
Yes, because yeah, we didn't complete our public part because I think it was very interesting for our watchers, participators. We discussed very good topics today, and nothing private was today. So let me remind that next time, on Monday, we will have a database workshop. You will have a textbook and assignment and presentation in advance. And probably you already have it. Yeah, you already have it in Moodle. And let me remind that you should complete everything 24 hours before the workshop. I mean, textbook reading and quiz. If you will have some difficulties with the information from the textbook or with the quiz, please feel free to come to Mentorpiece Consult and ask me about that. I will be your mentor for the database module. So see you on Monday. And I think that's it for today.
I have a question.
Okay, please.
If someone already did a quiz on textbook, can we transfer it to English part? I did it in Russian.
You have English variant in Moodle.
Yes, I mean, can we transfer the route?
Transfer your results. I don't know. Actually, I should ask our technical team because we never had such case. Actually,
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's a short quiz. It's easier to do it again.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I think it will be easier to do it again. Yeah, and you will repeat it again, and it will help you.
May I add something?
Yes, sure, Lena, please.
Guys, it was a great pleasure for me to be a part of your workshop. I'm so impressed by your motivation, deepness, attentiveness to details. You're intelligent. I hope that I didn't irritate you a lot during our meetings, and it will be great to keep in touch in LinkedIn. Wish you all good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
for sharing your experience.
Thank you, Alena. Thank you so much. And I think everybody will connect with you on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
As soon as possible, yes.
As soon as possible, yes.
Of course, we need to expand our network. So
yeah, you are right.
May I ask you a question, another one, I hope the last one, about our assignments to the next workshop. We need to complete 1.1 and 1.2. It's a textbook and a quiz.
Yes.
Or only those two
quiz
assignments?
is inside the textbook.
And what are we to do with 1, 2?
I can share this.
It's a
Guys,
workshop
I can share
agenda?
the screen and show you because I think it is better to see it. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
So yes, this is your textbook for the next workshop. And what you should do. This is a relational databases textbook. And you should read the theory. And when you read the theory, this relational databases quiz open. You should pass the quiz. And then pay attention then that if when the quiz is completed, you should switch to this practice and homework. It's because of the specific of work of Moodle. So relational databases theory and relational databases quiz. That's what you should complete 20 hours before the workshop. So you can do it on the weekend, okay?
Those 3 tasks, yes?
Theory and quiz, 2 tasks. This is the task that you will do after the workshop.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And beside that, you have the workshop agenda. This is the presentation. It's very short, so we will do a lot of practice. And this presentation is just like a plan. And this is the link for the workshop. You will open it absolutely the same way as you opened the previous workshops. And after the workshop, you will have 2 homework, basic and advanced, after the workshop. So this textbook is the only thing consisting on 2 parts that you should do before the workshop. Theory and quiz here.
Okay.
May I ask, please? Also, that means that everybody should have dbeaver installed and check the connection with the servers?
Yes. If you didn't configure your sandbox, please do it. Okay. If you have no more questions, you can say goodbye for now. Have a nice evening. And see you on Monday.
Thank you. Nice evening to